Yeah, we're in it, guys. This is us, Anthony Frusciano here, my man, myself, Carson Herleen, here to talk about all kinds of money stuff. Anything to do with finances, managing money, real estate deals, everything. I got Anthony here with us. We're in the Vegas studio today. How you doing, man?
Doing good. Glad to be in Vegas again.
We come out here probably once a month, every other month to go through real estate deals together, talk about how some business that we're doing together is going. And so it's good to see you.
Good to see you. My main man, Carson Herleen, dear friend. Carson, for those who don't know him, 21 now?
I'm 21, 22 next month, guys.
22, already college educated, already married, knows more about managing money than most people my age or older, handles money for some ultra wealthy people. Just to be where you are in life at your age, most people don't get there that early. So it takes a plan, a commitment. Most people are just trying to figure out who they are, where they're going, wandering their way through college. So super impressive resume for a young age and set on goals and after them already. So glad to be in business with you. Glad to have his friend. Glad to have you here with me today.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. When I was getting into real estate a couple years ago, I was talking with Anthony, and he's been a huge mentor to me to get into real estate, teaching me the ropes of everything. I remember one of our first deals we were looking at, I was like, well, what is an assignment? What's an addendum? What's a HUD? And he taught me everything, all the little details, taught me how to underwrite properties, how to pick a deal, how to talk with realtors and wholesalers. And so super grateful for you, man, and everything you've taught me. But we're here to now as a kind of a partnership. I'm talking about real estate today. So I know you had a couple questions for me you want to start with. What do you got?
Yeah, so we're doing, I think we've got 25 flips going right now. We've just bought about 70 apartment buildings. Well, units.
70 units, yep.
4 apartment buildings, 70 units. It's millions and millions of dollars, not just buying them. I think we've got $4 to $5 million in renovations right now.
Yep.
No secret, I don't have $5 million, but we're still getting it done. We're out there, we're raising a lot of money. Most of it's borrowed and highly leveraged. Banks will only give you a certain percentage of that.
Mm-hmm.
So great, if they give us 75%, I still need $3 million. I still don't have $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lot of partners that come in. Some are big, some people come in for $1 million, but there's a lot just small little investment. And it's not small to a lot of people, but $25,000, $50,000, that might let us go finish a flip. And obviously as we grow, we need even more and more of those. And that's kind of where our worlds merge, with you with managing people's money, us with the experience but needing more capital.
Yeah.
A lot of people think they have to have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to be able to do the kind of things we're doing. And we have partners.
Yeah. Or have all the time in the world to be able to spend doing real estate when they have a W-2 job.
So people might have $50,000 and want to be part of our world or be a partner on some of these projects. It's really cool because it looks sexy. They have no idea how hard it is behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But they can still be a part of it and see the fun and the upside. And I mean, we can get into it later, but like tax deductions for having some of that depreciation if they've got other assets or income they need to offset.
Mm-hmm.
People getting crushed in the stock market. I don't know if that's getting better or worse. I took my money out of there and moved it to some of these things. I'm not a financial advisor, but I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, when it comes to real estate, I mean, there's all kinds of investments you can be a part of, right? All kinds of places you can store your money. But the reason I like real estate, and I know you guys do too, is they have the 4 main pillars of investing that a lot of other places like the stock market doesn't have. When you invest in real estate, you get cash flow, you get a monthly return depending on the type of deal. You also are going to be able to leverage it. You can get a bank, like you said, to 4 or 5x the amount of money you're actually fronting, and debt is money. So over time, that will be your own dollars. So you can leverage it. You have cash flow. And then, like you said, the taxes, you get depreciation on the real estate as well. And you have appreciation on your home. So you have appreciation, depreciation on your taxes. You're able to leverage it, and you have cash flow. What investment does that? You go in the stock market, all you get is appreciation. That's it.
Right.
So having all these different pillars of investing is huge, and why we like real estate. So for those who wanted to invest, like you're saying, if they don't have a lot of time, if they don't have a lot of cash, like you said, a few $100,000 or more, you just have 25, 50 grand you want to invest. Being a private money lender is a great option. I know you guys have done a lot of raising money from those type of people in your community as well. When those people are looking to be a private lender and invest in your guys' deals, how does that conversation usually go?
Usually they start almost what you said. Hey, what you're doing looks cool. Is that something I'm gonna be a part of? Yeah, absolutely. We're looking for. I don't run around asking for money.
Yeah.
People just see what I'm doing and ask if they can be a part of it, or they hear the returns that we're paying people. I don't know what the stock market's paying at 6-7%.
Yeah.
We're close to doubling it for people.
Yeah.
So if they've got $100,000 sitting in a IRA or in a money market account making 5-6%, maybe it lost last year. I don't know. 10-12% for them, no problems. Done. Like, I can make double. How much can I give you? Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to overborrow. I want to make sure it's on a property.
Yeah.
Because I'm paying that interest.
But we're buying so many properties that
we are.
We can raise as much money as we want almost. But yeah, I mean 100%. And that's the thing too with real estate is like, okay, say you have $100,000 sitting in the stock market. Well, it's gonna fluctuate. There's gonna be volatility, right? But in the real estate market, and you're backed by numbers. I don't even know what you're backed by. Nothing. But in a real estate deal, you are actually backed by a real physical asset.
Yeah, and you mentioned appreciation last.
Yeah.
These big deals we're buying, I would have said it first.
Yeah.
Because these markets that we're picking are so far on the way up. They're coming in the next couple of years. I mean, these apartments are in spots that can double inside of 5 years.
So double your money, not even from the cash flow, just the appreciation. You know, it's
not to mention the rents along the way, and those are only going up too.
And the taxes, like you said. So it 100% makes sense why we like to buy real estate and why a lot of wealthy people are looking to park money in real estate for that exact reason. So we wanted to talk today a little bit about where you can or from where to be investing money in real estate, what accounts to be investing in real estate from, how to finance your investments in general. And you said you have a couple of your own deals or you have money in real estate too. So what are you doing with that?
Yeah, so for mine personally, through a self-directed IRA.
Okay.
And I've recommended that to a few of my friends that asked to put some money into some of our projects.
Yeah.
This is, you probably know more than I do on this front through your connections. I know your father runs an IRA direction company. But if you put it into your IRA, or if it's already in an IRA, or if it's been rolled over somewhere, if that money is available to put into a self-directed, that IRA now can fund this project. It gets paid back when the project's complete. It goes back into that IRA. That money's tax-free.
Yep. 100%. That's why I invest through my Roth IRA. I keep my sweetheart deals, I call it, for my Roth IRA because I know my returns are going to be tax-free. And that's why people like the Peter Thiel rule, right? Peter Thiel, he was one of the owners of PayPal. He invested his money into the company through his Roth IRA. So when he sold PayPal a decade later for multi-billion dollars, all of it went back to his Roth IRA tax-free. None of the other partners could do that because he ran it through a self-directed, IRA. And so 100% for those people wanting to invest and have old 401ks, old qualified plans of any sort, and want to invest in real estate, because those of you who have those accounts probably don't know you can invest in real estate with those accounts. A lot of people think you only can invest through the stock market, but no. You can roll it over to a self-directed retirement account and lend on a real estate deal all day long.
Now, that is what I recommended.
Yeah.
That's what I know because I've done it that way. I don't recommend it because I'm an advisor. That's just what I know.
Yep.
Now, your background with insurance policies, what you refer to as infinite banking, I don't know as much about that, but you've got some people coming from that world that have put money in.
Yeah, I mean, that's another source too. I mean, a lot of people are saving their money in retirement accounts, but you can't put everything into a retirement account. I mean, what? $6,000 a year for annual contributions, maybe a little bit more for an IRA.
Right.
And then maybe 20 a year for a 401k on the high end. Like, it's a good amount of income for most people, but there's still others who have more income they want to save and put into safe assets, which would be this whole concept of infinite banking. It's like, okay, well, now what do I do with my extra income? And I want to invest it and protect it. Well, let's run that money through a specially designed whole life insurance policy. Whole life insurance is guaranteed to grow. It is completely tax-free. It has a track record of over 100 years of safety and guaranteed profitability. So you know it's in a safe place. And when you want to take money out, you can leverage it whenever you want. and you can go invest in a real estate deal. And not to mention, every dollar you put in the policy from the beginning is still compounding with the insurance company and earning a dividend, because the money you take out is not the same dollars you put in, but it's a loan. So now you have your dollars sitting in this policy compounding, guaranteed tax-free. Then you have a loan from the insurance company invested in your real estate deals. And now your money's in two places at the same time, making money twice. So those people who want to invest through a self-directed IRA, awesome. Now also invest with your non-qualified money through your policy. And now you're making money in a few places with multiple tax benefits, and you can be in real estate.
Yeah, so this is something I've read about this. I don't actually have one yet. I've heard people, instead of going to a bank, and I think this is where infinite banking comes from, the term, if I want to go buy a car, most people, I don't know, $50,000 for a car now probably is about average.
Yeah.
Most people don't go buy those cash.
Yeah.
Some do, but most don't. They'll go pay whatever, 5-6% of whatever a car note is. Instead of paying that interest to
Bank,
whatever
financial
bank,
institution.
they basically lend the money to themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and now you pay yourself back the 6%. You're making the same payment either way, right?
Yep.
But it's going back into your
policy.
a policy,
Yeah.
and now that's just bigger for the next investment you want to make, right?
100%. So, I mean, yes, for real estate investing, you definitely can invest through a policy. But like you said, you can finance anything through a policy. When you take a loan from the insurance company, they don't care what you take the loan out for. You can take it out and live off it. You can go on vacation. You can pay taxes. You can buy a car. And the example of buying a car is just the easiest one to wrap your mind around, because everyone does it, and everyone does it one or two ways. When you buy a car, you're either going to buy the car cash, and then essentially you're going to spend that 50 grand now and lose the opportunity to grow on that money the rest of your life. You just lost 50 grand. Yes, you have a car, but you don't have the ability to grow on that. Or you're going to finance it with the bank and make payments for 60 months and then pay interest to them. Either way, you're saving up money to spend it, and then you're going to save to refill your account. That's not building wealth. That's not being efficient with your money.
Right.
So that's where the whole idea of infinite banking comes into play. Is now you run that through your policy, and it's not going to be gone. It'll still be in the policy compounding, and you'll just pay yourself back.
So it's almost like your money's doing two things at once.
100%. Yeah.
So if somebody was behind, they didn't set up life insurance, don't have an IRA or 401k, and they're just kind of running through life. Maybe they got a little bit of savings. If they sold an asset or they inherited some money, now they got 100 grand. They can't just go start a IRA and put 100 grand in their cap,
Yeah.
unless you're a certain age and can catch up.
Yeah.
I can only go put 6 grand in. I mean, if you got a wife
In a
or
Roth,
you're married,
yeah,
you can double and
kids.
do 12, I guess.
Yeah.
But I can't just go put 100 grand into one of those retirement. I'm capped at
Yeah.
6 grand this year.
Yeah.
But I could go set up a whole life policy that would let me deploy all that into something else and earn on it, right?
Mm-hmm. 100%. Yeah, that's actually where some of our investors have come from, actually, from pulling from their policies to invest in real estate deals. But it's very common. Yeah. So in terms of talking about different ways to manage your money or raise money, what about other assets than real estate have you ever invested in? Or would you be interested in investing in?
Yeah, I know crypto was a big thing a couple of years ago. I keep hearing about comebacks, but almost everything I've been in the last couple of years has all been real estate.
Yeah.
A couple, I mean 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of you guys on this show probably know Justin Colby as well. That's who, how'd that relationship start with you and Justin?
Boy, through our own network, it's been 10 years now that we've been together doing real estate. Started as a wholesale company, and now we used to wholesale. And there's this little town in Phoenix called Maryville, and we used to buy and sell stuff. Everything in there sold this 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe only 5. Everything sold about 100 grand.
Wow.
So if we could go get a property for 80, we knew we were selling it for 100. We're making 20. If we got it for 90, we're making 10. Everything's selling for 100.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good part of town. I wouldn't live there.
Sure.
I might even lock the doors when I drive through there. It's still not great.
Yeah.
But Carson, you can't find a house under 300 grand in there right now.
Yeah. Really?
And we look back. I mean, we probably sold 50 houses.
Oh man, don't you wish you saved him now?
That's what I'm saying. So we made like 10 grand. This is great. What are we doing this weekend? We were doing one a week. Like, what if we just held 10 of them?
Yeah.
Like, what do we, like, yeah, money was fun. But like, if we held 10 of those, we could have held 50 of those. Like,
that's real wealth.
Like
You never know those things, but
so it's time to stop chasing dollars and actually like own the houses,
yeah,
make the money, own the units. And this neighborhood that Birmingham seems a great market, Panhandle of Florida, these areas are exploding, and it looks to be, but we didn't completely miss out because we made some money. But what we passed on 5 years ago in that Phoenix neighborhood, we think this is that neighborhood, and that's why we're in there heavy.
Yeah. And that's a transition I feel like a lot of real estate investors go through, where they're wholesaling or they're wholetailing or they're flipping, and they realize chasing the dollar is not going to make them a ton of money. It will in the short term, but not the long term. So I've seen a lot of people start focusing on rentals, even if it's a single family home making you $200 a month. Doesn't matter. Like, it's about building equity and getting the appreciation on 100 of them, not the cash flow.
Well, both sides. Flipping should be about volume too, I think.
You do.
Now, if you're a one-man person, it's tough.
Yeah.
I get it. Your resources are limited. Your time, you're probably managing it yourself.
Yeah.
I get it's tough to do a bunch, but I don't know how many people I see fail out of the business. Flips don't always win. That's why there's so much money, because it's risky and it is hard. I know the TV shows make it look easy. I promise it isn't. We've got 24 flips going right now. I promise they are not all going to make money. We're going to miss probably on 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
I think we'll lose 30 or 40 grand on one of them.
Yeah.
If you're a one-man show doing one flip and you lose 40 grand, I hope you survive it. You might.
And that's what Justin was talking about this week.
You're probably going to quit. You're probably going to not do it again. If I do 25 flips and 4 of them lose money and 19 win, it was a good year.
Yep. 100%. And that's what Justin was talking about this week, about the law, the economics at scale.
That is it.
You mean you buy one property and it goes bad, you're screwed. If you buy 100 and 10 go bad, you're fine. So I think that idea makes sense. But it's hard for people to do that when they have full-time jobs and they don't have time or a team to do that, which is why buying a simple long-term rental, no rehab's an easy way to go for most people.
Easy is a relative word, but
sure.
I get what you're saying.
Sure. I mean, we've had some crazy stories. I mean, one of our properties, I don't even know if we should be sharing that, but one of our properties in Mobile, Alabama, come to find out, after we bought it, we were rehabbing it, it is on the front lawn of the house is a historic spot in the country, because it was the last the tree in our front yard.
No, it's down the street.
Down the street.
It's down the street. It's not our property. I just found out.
Oh, it's not our property.
Somebody told us it was.
Down the street. Same thing. On our street there's a tree, and it was the last tree that a black man was hung in 1970s?
1980s or something. It was
So the last tree, but like, it's a historic area, and we had no idea till after we bought it.
No, I saw the historical markers down the house, but somebody called us like, "Hey, did you know that this is this house?" I don't even know how to process this information.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what to do with this.
But random things like that happen all the time in real estate that you're not expecting, to the point of like, it's a lot of work. It's not easy. It's not passive. It's hard. Things like that I guess it is not a big problem. It's just kind of funny, a coincidence. But like, things like that happen all the time.
Oh, I mean, squatters are moving in. People will break in and steal people. They'll steal your contractor's tools out, and then the contractor wants you to pay. Like, it's nonstop putting out fires all over the place.
And when we live in the West Coast, trying to do deals on the East Coast, that makes it even more difficult. Being virtual, not being in person, not knowing and seeing this face to face, it's hard.
Well, you got to trust the people you're working with.
Yeah.
And I mean, trust but verify. Love to trust everybody until you can't, but you've got to cover yourself.
Yep, 100%. So for those of you guys watching us, if you are interested to learn more about real estate investing, where to park your money, infinite banking, any of these topics we're talking about, or want to learn more about what we're doing with our real estate deals, reach out to us. You can come to either of our Instagrams, either of our Facebooks, or anywhere. I mean, we're on YouTube. We're talking about these concepts daily, weekly. So we're just appreciative to have people that follow us and want to keep learning from us. And we're grateful for you guys listening. We'll see you guys next time.
And out.
There you go.
You see it, though.
There we go.